Welcome everyone to part 3 of the FireBlade Revival series. In the last episode we figured out the no spark situation and got the bike to fire up using some starting fluid. I'm still waiting on some parts, but in the meantime I'm going to try and work on removing some of this chrome. Now truth be told, I've never actually worked with chrome before. I don't really understand how it is applied or how it is removed, but I'm going to give it a try anyway, and I'm going to start by removing these clip-ons. To get to the clip-ons, I have to remove the steering stem nut using a 30mm socket and a breaker bar. Once the nut is removed, I need to loosen up the clutch lever, and then I can access the Allen key bolts that hold on the clip-on. Now that the clutch side is done, I'm going to repeat everything I did on the brake lever side. Now with all those loosened up, I can now remove the triple tree cover. With the cover removed, I now have easy access to the ignition, so I'm going to take advantage of that and remove it. The vise was essential in the ignition removal process. These bolts were rusty and not easy to remove. Luckily, my favorite tool made it much easier. If you're interested in buying this same electric ratchet, then I'll put a link in the description of this video. It's really an awesome tool. Just removed the handlebar off the brake side, and you can see this chrome is totally peeling right off. We're just going to sandblast this whole thing and powder coat it. Well, I tried powder coating it, and I think that this surface, it just doesn't have enough surface prep to really turn out good with powder coating. As you can see, there's all those little divots and everything. I think my best course of action would be to just sand this whole thing down, primer it, and just paint it. And I mean, if it was a cleaner piece, I could powder coat it. I might try and powder coat some of the other pieces, but for these, it just doesn't look that good. It's because the chrome, you know, some of these parts are chrome, like right there, that lip, that's the chrome piece. It's just, I spent hours trying to get all that chrome off. It's a pain, holy hell. So I'm just gonna go back to the roots, and I'm just gonna paint over all the chrome, forget it. Feeling a bit defeated, I broke out the spray paint and began painting the clip-ons. These clip-ons are never going to look good unless I'm able to 100% remove the chrome. Problem is, after doing a little bit of research online, I found that chrome removal must be done using very aggressive methods like acid baths, which is something I really do not want to deal with. So I'm going to finish what I started with these clip-ons, and I'll have to weigh my options with the rest of the chrome on the bike. Unfortunately, it might all have to stay, which I agree with you guys really sucks. I wanted to bring this bike back to looking like OEM, but that may not be possible within my cheap budget. Okay, doesn't look too bad. This is it after it's been sitting with the clear coat. Not perfect by any means, but I mean, man, look at that. That chrome underneath it was in such bad shape, and it was so much work to remove it. Like right there, that's the chrome removed. That part right there, it's all nice and smooth. Back here, that part was not removed, and you can see like the little scaling and stuff. I'm not gonna put more effort into these though. I mean, this thing, this is as far as I'm gonna go with these. Look what just came in the mail, guys. Boom, right side snorkel. We're gonna go ahead and install this right here. have our freshly oiled, brand new looking K&N air filter. And that just sits right on top of here. It's almost starting to look like a bike that people gave a about.
Things are going pretty well right now and I'm feeling good, especially since I'm no longer working on that chrome. I currently have the new airbox and air filter installed, and an awesome surprise for you guys, I have my banjo bolt and crush washers in. So now we can finally properly hook up the gas tank, and then you know what's next, start the bike.
Alright, I think I got all my lines connected. I believe so. I think that's everything connected.
Now everything is hooked up, and now I just need to add in some gas and fire up the bike. Only we ran into a major problem. As I was about to start the bike, I noticed a gas leak coming from the fuel pump gasket. Due to the risk of a fire, I cannot start the bike until that leak is taken care of.
Well, I went to start the bike and this started leaking fuel. So I'm kind of inspecting the gasket. I'm going to clean the mating surface and retorque the bolts and see if that holds it. Maybe it was just a piece of sand or something, I don't know. Okay, so I decided to bypass the kill switch. Let's try now. Oh, do you hear that? Okay, that's the fuel pump priming. Let's not waste too much time. Let's go ahead and try to crank it. Try it again. Hold on. Here we go, guys. Let it run for 10 or 15 seconds. Doesn't sound bad. There we go. I can't believe it. I got this thing running. Look at that. Oh man. It's got a lot more work to do though, but man, is this amazing. I can't believe we got this far. In order to crank it, I had to pull this, and one of the strands right there is sticking out. But man, I don't even care. This is great. All right, I think I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna cut it off. I forgot to check the coolant, so that's why I'm a little worried. Let's just see if it turns back on again without trouble. Where is it? Here it is. All right, we'll let it rest. Wow, though. Oh, man. I'm so excited. I can't believe I got it running. Wow, look at it. It looks like a nice bike. Even right there, like, I'm looking at it and it's like, look at those lines this thing have. It is aggressive. Such a cool bike. Oh, I got so much more work to do, but man, is this great. That's what was happening. See, the story with this bike was this kid. He put all these stupid parts on the bike, chrome and everything, all this crap, and one of his chrome pieces was this chrome kill switch. And the kill switch, I'll show you guys. Look, it's completely disconnected now. This little one should have a wire coming off it. It's completely disconnected. It wasn't completely disconnected before, but it was like one little strand of wire was holding on. So he was riding the bike and it would randomly cut out on him and he didn't know why. So they thought it was the rectifier, they thought it was the stator, they thought it was the wiring harness, they thought it was the ignition. They changed everything on this freaking bike. and it was just the freaking kill switch. Because it worked, but it wasn't working well. All they had to do was take it apart, look inside, and see the corrosion, see the broken wires, and they would have been done. It would have been a 5-minute job, but it turned into this mess. If that never happened, I never would have gotten this bike, because I got this bike for $500, and no way is a running 954 worth $500. This thing is worth probably 15, 2 grand. I can't believe it. This has been so much work. I had to go over and do so many things, and it wasn't just the kill switch, because it was originally the kill switch, but they changed so many things that so much other crap was messed up. The whole wiring harness was torn apart, jumpers, and you guys saw, I mean, it was just bad. But now it's not bad anymore. Now it runs. Now I have a running CBR 954. And the question is, and I know I'm kind of thinking ahead with this, but what do I do with it? Part of me is like, we're going to fix it up, we're going to sell it, make some money, then buy another bike and keep the process going. Maybe get a more expensive bike, like a Crash Ducati or something, and fix that up, and then keep moving up the ladder. But part of me also wants to just register this thing and ride it and enjoy it. And I partly want to do that. I want to ride it, enjoy it, and register it, and go through the experience of owning a 954 for like 3 months, and then maybe change it up, sell it, and get another one, and just keep doing that. That way I can give you guys more content, because this 954, it has a story. And its story is more than just it being broken and then fixed. It has a story of being a very fast and powerful, capable machine that is fun to ride, that has, there's maintenance, there's specs, there's all kinds of stuff that is to do with this bike, and I'm so excited to try it out. I think that's where I'm leaning. I think I'm going to fix it up, I'm going to register it, I'm going to own it and ride it for a few months, maybe 6 months, maybe a year, who knows, maybe I might even love it so much I keep it. I don't really think I have the room for another bike in my life, but I can just, this could be like a little bit of a, I don't know, I'm just so excited. But we'll try it out, we'll see what happens. There's still so much work to do, that's way in the horizon. I still gotta fix the throttle cables, I still gotta fix the kill switch, I gotta do the brakes, I gotta clean that ugly train. All this chrome needs to go. There's just so much work to do, but I mean, this bike has been through the ringer, and I feel bad for this bike. It's a good bike, it's a freaking amazing bike, it has everything. It just had a horrible owner who didn't take care of it. This poor bike had it rough, and I want to give it the treatment it deserves, because really it deserves better than what has happened to it. I mean, the total disarray when I first got this bike. But alright guys, that's enough talking. I know you guys are sick of hearing me talk, but we got this bike running. Oh man, I'm so happy. Alright, I think I'm done. Take care guys, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
Let me live my life, the one I'd better lead. All the blondes of fantasies, and we looked at them 11 ways. You said, look at me, I looked away, and you wrote the song I wanna play. Alright.